Praise the Lord. In the last video, we learned that human beings by nature are all self-centered, and we as Christians are expected to live a Christ-centered life. Today, let us look further into this topic. We can begin by asking the question, why am I called? We are all disciples of Jesus. Then the question that is before us is, why did Jesus call his disciples? In the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 14, verses 25 following, we see that a large crowd following Jesus. Jesus turned back at them and said to them the cost of being his disciple. In verse 27, Jesus said, "Whoever does not carry the cross and follow me cannot be my disciple." In order to be the disciple of Jesus, we must carry the cross and follow him. Now, what did Jesus mean when he said to carry the cross? We must understand, in the first century context where Jesus lived, crucifixion was a capital punishment, and those condemned for crucifixion would carry their cross in public so as to make the public aware of the severity of the punishment they would get. We see even Jesus carrying the cross to the Mount of Calvary. So when Jesus told his disciples to carry the cross, it is clearly understood by them that it is a call to die. For they must have probably seen many carrying their cross to death. This implies the purpose of the call is to die. You and me are called to die. This can come to you as a shock because we have Christian preachers who would say that you are called to reign, you are called to rule. Jesus makes a similar statement in chapter 9 verses 23 that gives further clarity on this topic. In 9 verses 23 we read, "If any want to become my disciples, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me." This verse gives further understanding that taking up the cross would imply denying of the self, death of oneself, and that must happen daily. It means it is no longer my ambition, it is no longer my dreams, or it is no longer me at the center, rather putting myself to death and keeping Christ at the center and following him. And it has to happen each day. What is the Lord's will over my life? What is the Lord's expectation with my life? Therefore, the principle we need to understand is the pathway to Christ-centered life is the death of the self, and that has to happen each day. May the Lord help us to put ourselves to death, to place Christ at the center, and to live for his glory. May God bless you all.